some young broke dude.
I sent my daughter's doctor a list of vaccine ingredients. A couple weeks later, they emailed all of the patients saying, "We will no longer be giving vaccines. Educate."
In high school, our gym teacher asked us who we thought the smartest teacher in the school was. We guessed the AP Chem teacher, the Pre-Calc teacher, the AP Physics teacher, etc. He goes, "Nope, it's me because I get paid the same as those guys and I play dodgeball all day."
My parents bought me this really shady bottle of Coke from Mexico. Should I drink it? I'm gonna drink it. Update. Apparently it's supposed to be the original recipe. It tastes kind of weird. Everything is very funny and I'm very awake. Alright.
Didn't the original recipe have cocaine? So tonight, I had to go to my wonderful Walmart, and a guy in a huge dually pickup pulls into the first handicap spot. I parked 2 cars down. He had a Marine's cap on and a U.S. disabled vet license plate. After checkout, we walked out at the same time, and as he got into his huge truck, I yelled, "Hey, sir!" He gave me a startled, "Yes?" I walked over, stuck out my hand, and said, "Thank you for your service, sir." He smiled and said it was his pleasure. And then something wonderful happened. I turned around and there were 5 other people walking over to thank him for serving our nation. 3 were Hispanic, 1 could barely get the words out in English, and 2 were a Muslim couple. She in hijab and he in his prayer robes. See, folks, that's why I love my town, and its diversity. Semper Fi, dooley dude. I ran into an old friend from high school this summer. When I found out he's a pilot, I locked my arm in his and said, "You're my new best friend." And then I said, "Here's why. I'm a flat earther. Is the earth flat or is it a ball?" He said, "Well, it looks flat-ish." I said, "Okay, well there's a lot of arguing and debating. Sphere believers always ask why more pilots don't say earth is flat." He pulled me aside and whispered, "We took an oath that if we break it, we lose our pilot's license." I whispered back, "Thank you. Out of respect, I will never say his name. You can believe me or call me a liar. It makes 0 difference to me. Some things are true if you believe it or not."
Okay, so I have an upside down cross, forgot what it's actually called, on my cheek. This dude looks at me from across the aisle and I make eye contact with him. Almost anyone who personally knows me knows that I can go from sweet happy face to angry as fuck eat your soul face. So I keep eye contact with him and my face goes slightly slowly all the way to my look out. I'm gonna rip your heart out your chest and sacrifice you to the devil himself. He slowly raises 2 hands and makes a cross with his fingers and starts praying. "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." The whole Lord's Prayer over and over again. I'm dead, y'all. Just had a 15-year-old tell me I look like I smoke American spirits. Then I asked if he stole that insult from r/roast me, and he said, "I don't use Reddit, I'm not a fucking school shooter." Not even paraphrasing, that genuinely just happened. I hate it here. I was 12 years old and partying with people 4 times my age. I was doing 21-plus-year-old shit every single day to where I basically quit drinking and partying shortly after I was legally old enough to even buy alcohol. I've been all over the states. I've seen and done things most men twice my age never will. I've lived what feels like 3 or more lives in just 28 years. I've walked through more paths of life and have been through more than I could ever possibly describe on Facebook. I've held dozens of titles, and I've earned lifetimes worth of experience. I've seen and been through hell and back all of my life, and I've also felt pure and utter bliss. This is why I sit at home and mind my own business nowadays. I've been there, and I've likely done that twice. That's also why I rarely get along with people my age, and why I cannot stand small-minded, ignorant, immature people. I've been beyond humbled and have vouchers that have seen me before and after the death of my ego. We are not even the same species. Love it when I go fishing and I pull out my vape and hit it, and a whole bunch of hot girls on a boat start asking for my Snapchat because I'm apparently a vape god.
Not a meme, but venting. Let me preface this rant by saying I am a smoker. I smoke about 5 to 7 cigarettes a day. I know I need to quit. I am working on it. I have cut down from a pick a day, so I am getting there. Now the rant. I stopped in at Food Lion and bought a pack of cigarettes and snacks on my way to work. The cashier, a very large lady, said, "I hope these aren't for you since you are a registered nurse and know better." After blinking real hard for a second, my response was, "Your job is to sell me what I can legally buy without voicing your opinion or judgment. My job is to titrate your cardism drip and administer your sliding scale insulin and Lasix when you have a myocardial infarction due to your uncontrolled hypertension, uncontrolled diabetes, and congestive heart failure because of the junk food you eat. Until your job includes holding the hand of someone saying a final goodbye to their grandmother who was dying from lung cancer despite never smoking a day in her life, I would appreciate you doing your job and I will do mine. Thank you. Have a nice night." Tell me, was I out of line? Went to Petco for some fish food. Stayed 2 hours because they were understaffed and helped answer questions for customers. The manager came up and offered me their aquatic specialist job that's open. I'm a full-time graduate student, mom of 2 with a husband also in a grad program. I laughed and said only if I pick my own days to work. So, I work at Petco on Saturdays now? Will be a fun side gig and a chance to have me time. So yay? My dad just yelled up the stairs, "Chloe, did you know the weatherman was gay? I didn't know he was gay. He just got married to his boyfriend." And I was like, "Which weatherman are we talking about here?" And he said, "The blonde one with the sharp haircut and the tight pecs and the hot-ass body." Dad, is there something you want to tell me? Kinda creepy. Last night I was having nightmares about the movie The Exorcist. I woke up this morning and the audiobook for The Exorcist was playing. I didn't turn it on.
I got a notification saying my Lyft driver was deaf and to text him anything I need to say. So I texted him saying thank you for picking me up. This man turned around to me and said, "No problem, bro, you can talk to me. I just say that I'm deaf so my passengers don't talk to me." So got pulled over by an undercover cop who told me I was going 140 kilometers an hour. I said, "Show me the radar speed." He said, "Doesn't have one." I said, "Fuck you then." He said, "Give me your license." I handed it over. He went to his car, came back 5 minutes later, threw the license at me and said, "Fucking slow down. Fuck the police."
Mate, you have zero knowledge of what you're talking. I've seen men twice my size use weapons against me which failed completely. I've had more men come against me at one time, 9-on-1, and they all had weapons against me. Again, they failed. I've got zero fear if you think you're tough enough. Pick up something and do damage. That's what hard men do. I don't know what Tinseltown you've come from, but mine, someone gets stabbed for saying the same things you're trying to say. Just trust in God and know that no weapon will ever prosper. Full stop.
When I got home from the doctor, my wee son asked if I was okay. I said yes, but I probably should eat better and lose a few pounds. My son said, "Excuse me one moment," turned around, got on his knees and said, "Dear God, don't let me find the person who told my beautiful angel mother to lose weight. I'll kill them. Amen." Then he turned back to me and said, "So who told you to lose weight?" Ah, my sons are crazy over me. Went to the strip club last night and made $90. I didn't do anything but talk. I don't even work there.
I accidentally told my friend the sweetest pickup line ever. She started talking about solipsism, the belief that everything around you was created by your mind, and I went, "If everything around me is all my imagination, then you're the best thing I've come up with." She was speechless for a solid 5 minutes.
I fighted a badger once while I was out fishing. He attacked me from behind and bit my foot, so I fell to the ground and the badger jumped on my face and started to scratch me, so I fighted the badger till death. I have scars all over my face, but the badger died the way the kids died.
Last year, I got so fucked up on ecstasy, I ended up painting an exact replica of the Last Supper. Best part is I had an art project due the following Monday in school, and not only did it get an A, but the teacher sent it to an art museum in France, and it's now hung up there with my name below it. I got $50,000 from a drug binge. Don't do drugs, kids. Or do, I don't know.
People, where are you from? Me, Mexico. People, really? Say something in Spanish then. Me, say something in Spanish. People, immediate freakout, giggling and endless high fives.
A kid at the store whistled this and I whistled the rest, and then he said from the other aisle, "Good choice, stranger," and then he kept whistling where I left off.
And then everyone clapped.
Went into that store once and started looking around. A sales clerk asked if she could help me find something and I said yes, the door please. These prices are ridiculous and my time is valuable. Her jaw dropped and I left.
You must have a really low-paying job.
I think you were trying to be funny, but this just came off as exceptionally snotty.
You okay, Karen?
What was the slickest thing you have done or seen somebody do on an airplane?
Guy in his 20s gets on the plane with a strange looking carry-on. It looks like one of those pizza delivery pouches. He sits next to me and I discover it is a pizza delivery pouch. He has about 5 large pizzas in it, so I say, like pizza much? And he replies, no. But this is a long flight, BOS to LAX, and I can sell this stuff for $5 a slice. So we take off and the smell of pizza floats through the cabin, and people start buying his pizza. When we arrive at LAX, he had just about paid for his flight with his pizza.
Before getting off the bus, this little girl told the bus driver that Shake It Off was her favorite song. He stopped everything he was doing, parked the bus, turned up the song, and jammed with her.
My husband called into work this morning while I was asleep because he said he felt like I would need him today. I woke up from a horrible nightmare and he was right there waiting to comfort me. This is my love language, anticipating my needs before I know what they are.
I came downstairs from a one-night stand at this girl's apartment one Sunday morning. There was a sad dude sitting on the couch. After the usual acknowledgments and a brief chat, he admitted to being her boyfriend. I apologized, said she told me she was single, etc. He said, wow, you're way cooler than the last one. I felt so bad about how she had dude beat down. I made him come with me and we left and went to brunch. I kinda laid down the laws about relationships being a two-way street, not hanging out with people you can't trust not to shit on you. He dumped her shortly after. We're still bros. I guess the rule here is help a brother out, especially when their heart and dick have their brain malfunctioning.
In short, this shot was pure serendipity, not planned to look like a shoe. We threw some purple paint in the air, captured the shot, and were amazed at what we found on the monitor. A perfect image of a shoe. Sometimes art does all the work for us.
Once when I had an office job and my boss was coming back from vacation, I convinced my coworkers to all agree to be replaced with vaguely similar looking improv actors to fuck with him when he came in. I kinda can't believe that's a real thing I did and that I forgot I did.